It's been a proper productive year. So when I arrived at Mahi at the end of last winter, she was still a shell of a boat. No mast, no sails, no rigging, no cockpit or engine setup, unpainted, and I set out to get the boat sailing and we achieved it. It was so nice to be cruising again. But now my focus is now switching towards getting the boat suitable to be making a trip down south. So in this week's episode, we're battling wintry conditions and still moving forward, but slightly sideways as well. Enjoy the video. On this fine autumn morning, I have two very kind gentlemen who've been working day and night on an autopilot system. So we've got Rolf, who's been working on the hardware, and we've got Peter, who's you've seen in the videos before. We did a very basic install of an autopilot, but we've decided that a wheel pilot is going to be best for this boat, and so we're going to try and get it installed today. We'll see.
I first want to explain why we chose this option, because the Wharrams have a super atypical steering mechanism. First of all, this is super heavy, so...
This isn't Wharram, this is probably me.
Yes, it's you, but it's sort of any generic wheel drive pilot will break. So we got a super big motor. We're going to mount this ring on this drum, and then with a belt drive, we are going to turn it on and off. Yeah.
Engage and disengage.
So you disengage the clutch. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it
attaches.
It automatically attaches when it's when the pins align. So compared to the existing ones, it's really powerful. It's silent, and above all, it's waterproof. So actually, everything inside is here: the motor controller, the internal compass, the gyroscopes, Bluetooth communications with the app. I also got you a little present mark, remote control buttons.
Nice.
So you can steer from the inside or just everywhere on deck. So wheel drive was the only practical solution. A few months ago we tried the tiller arm, but it's very impractical to walk all the way there and forth and engage and disengage the autopilot.
Here is the PCB for the Naughty Neck autopilot. That's Peter's little baby company. It's looking good. And Rolf, do you have a company, or
no?
You're just doing this for the pure fun of it?
Yes.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yes, mostly I do. I publish some things on Thingiverse, printables to print, but now it's actually used on a real boat.
The last time you made a video, I got a lot of visitors on my website, and also quite some orders, which encouraged me to continue development. And my main takeaway was that people just want to buy the complete package, together with a wheel drive or with a tiller drive. So it's actually also developing a tiller drive, just an integrated tiller drive. Definitely there's a market for a generic autopilot controller, but so Rolf doesn't officially have a company. I'm sure we have a very close collaboration, and if things go out of hand, which is not unrealistic, I guess Rolf has to go to the Chamber of Commerce and start his own...
start a company.
Also for liability purposes. We can also put some tape around it to create a very even... Do we have permission to drill holes in your boat again?
We all did.
Yes, of course.
Now!
Only one choice.
It's the motor controller. We can, for example, put it here, but the risk of if you step on it, perhaps you want to So what's unique about this autopilot, I just worked on software. The compass needs to be like one axis up, and I made some software that it doesn't matter which axis is up. So you can mount it whenever, whatever you want. Yeah. There's a gravity sensor inside, and I just check which axis is pulling the hardest, and so this will be Z positive, Z negative. It's just, that's nerdy talk, but that's how it works. You only need 2 wires for the motor and 2 wires from the battery, 12 volts. What you can see on the board is there's a remote, so you can also use a wired remote with buttons, and you can also have NMEA input. When the autopilot is off, it just moves manually. Yeah. So this is the idea, and you can also do the same with the phone. What you can also do is go to settings and use your phone compass, or you can use the wind. And now it uses the phone compass. So if you turn it on and you turn the phone, it starts spinning. If you can go back to the autopilot compass, so now you can either turn it on by your phone, or you can also press and hold the button. And if you now would simulate turning the boat, and if you go very finely, it goes faster. That's it. But also is what I would like to show you, which is a bit of experimental. If you got the map function here, you can follow by the map, and the coolest thing would actually be, if you say start, it will just go to the course. Yeah. It wants to go to follow this waterway over here, so you don't need to manually adjust it in the waterways. You just press follow the waterway.
Do we have a new Dutch Elon Musk in the making here with Tesla?
Yes, I'm gathering all your data and use it to optimize my AI algorithm. Yeah, and I just put some satellites in the upper atmosphere.
Yeah, just send a satellite up. We are screwing the motor for the autopilot down just into the planks. Again, just like the last time Peter came, we're doing a very, very rough dry fit, and then by the time I actually leave, it's all going to be sorted and fully screwed into the beam. I do want to be using epoxy on the screw holes when we're screwing down the motor and the motor housing and everything. So yeah, today again is just a little bit of a cheeky dry fit. It's a very moist dry fit, but a dry fit, and then we'll continue to work on it. So
just to add, we are also I ordered a motor which is brushless. And the good thing about brushless, of course, it doesn't have brushes, so it doesn't have any wear. Yeah, I know it's super cold in the Netherlands and I have to wipe my nose each time, but I think it's part of the emotions we are having right now. The viewers will definitely understand that why you're moving this winter to a warm place near your parents. Because, being here all day, I guess my mood will be slowly going down. The autopilot's off, you have to clutch, put it in, and then you see it sort of engages. And Rolf made a sort of spring loaded. So you just, the pins do not align with the holes, but once it moves, so after like a third of a turn, it engages. With a tiny bit of movement, it goes in. Yeah. So you don't have to like align it, but you can also put manual steering mode, and it just connects, and then you can start steering. And if you put it on, you just press and hold +1, and then it turns on. Yeah. But there you go. Thank you, Mark. It are insulated cups. I wish it wasn't an insulated cup. We're quite happy with the result. The motor still, because of the high resistive steering, we're going to down in the RPMs.
180 to 100.
So going 30% lower in RPMs, and going having a higher torque motor, I get an increase of 30% from 36 to 42. Yeah, so you're gonna have a lot more power available. Yeah, but definitely steer this boat on a course to its final destination. Yeah.
So they're going to be working on that in the background again, but that naughty necked software and hardware box is working really well. It's just the adaptation for this particular boat, but the idea is, and a big selling point for this autopilot, is the fact that you have that box but you can attach any type of motor to it, and it's low power and all sorts of other little features. He's constantly developing it. I don't know what the sound is like on this clip because we are about to get hit by a pretty big weather system. It's been strong winds and heavy rain for the last few days, and that's not a complaint, just an observation. But yeah, we're gonna get hit by I don't know, a good 50 knots of wind, 60 knots of wind coming from the North Sea. In other news, the boom, which yeah, it's becoming a little bit drawn out, but I think I'm just gonna leave that boom until the weather gets a little bit warmer, just because to get another set of fast hardener it's gonna be really expensive, and I have loads of epoxy. I'm gonna have to put a big fillet in, and it's surprising how much epoxy you use. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that till the spring, I think, before leaving on my big adventure, and then I'm gonna hopefully work on the interior on the other hull. This is so heavy. I wanted to build it out of pine because I thought it would be light, but it's heavy. Shit. Once again, like I said in the last video, it's so difficult to get out of my cozy. It's a bit of a mess right now, but it's so cozy. I'm all tucked up in my little cocoon, and it is a proper cocoon, and I have an internet connection and YouTube. So addictive. So yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot. It was my birthday weekend, so I have only just recovered from that, and yeah, I'm gonna try and get a little bit more work done before I go back to the UK. This is my guest hull, and it's an absolute mess. All the paintwork is rubbish, bits of epoxy everywhere, but I would like to sort this hull out, especially next year if I'm going to have crew, which I will definitely be having. It's kind of manageable in terms of maintaining the temperature a little bit if I am going to be using epoxy. But yeah, there's just loads of panels, loads of places where it's been ripped out. I'm not sure why. I think maybe there was a leak or something, but it's all been cut out at sort of jagged angles and stuff. So I've just become a little bit nocturnal. So I'm just working in the evening, in the night. I don't know why I'm like this. I've always been like this. Like, since I was a kid, especially in winter, I always just become nocturnal, staying up till all hours and then waking up late, but I still, you know, basically working nights. So I'm working nights, and I'm just gonna cut and hopefully fit the panels for these places. Hopefully I've got enough light to be working on it, but I've just been chipping away at the edges, been making everything at sort of right angles and perfect triangles so that I can easily cut panels to fit in. But yeah, I can control the temperature in this hull quite easily, just with a heater. It's very easy to warm up these hulls, which makes it extra cozy. just been making up these little blocks from hardwood. They were a little bit too thick, so I've planed them down. But yeah, essentially these are gonna stick up here, kind of like this. On these I can then attach the panel, because there's no ledge here for the panel to stick to, so in various places I'll just stick these on. I am sticking it onto old epoxy very crudely sticking these on. Really solid. Epoxy is a magical thing. The thickness of this foam is too thick, so I need to cut it. It's just a bit of a pain cutting it sideways. Oh, and this is... So I could probably spend all night trying to get this too thick foam in the gap, so I'm just going to stop. I'm going to screw the panels on. I'm going to get some proper sized foam, because if I'm cutting it and it's not even, there's going to be little gaps and air gaps and stuff. So yeah, rather than plow more time into it, I'm going to crack on. I think I need some more blocks in the middle just to pull it up. My apologies, it's literally just half job after half job after half job. Not finished a proper job in a while, but I have given myself a good little stepping stone for next year, which is going to be all guns blazing, getting the boat ready for my trip down south, which definitely is happening next year unless something catastrophic happens. So yeah, I'm hoping actually staying here until summer next year. I'll have a little bit extra time in the boatyard, and also when I do come to going through the English Channel and the Bay of Biscay, then it will be summer as well, so it should be favourable conditions hopefully. When I'm back, I'll probably just keep chipping away at this, because once I've got this hull perfect or livable, then I will fix the rot in the other side. It's going to make it easier anyway. My parents are coming tomorrow, so I have to make this place look a little bit, I have to make it habitable. They're pretty hardy creatures, mum and dad. They can definitely handle it, but yeah, I'm going to tidy up. I don't bloody believe it. I spent all that time on that rectifier. We were going to do a compression test on the engine because it's a little bit slow starting. It takes a lot of turns over to get started even when it's hot, so could have been the compression or the fuel pump or whatever. Anyway, I've been starting it up and then it's taken a while to start, and then The relay blew again. So it's gone through 3 relays now. It is charging at a normal voltage. Obviously I've put the screwdriver over the relay to start the engine. It's running nicely now, but the relay has gone again and we just don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. What a pain. To lighten the mood a little bit, well, to lighten my mood, well, I found these in the shop for like €2. Well, they're called crackling wonders, and if they work in water then it would be a very good orca deterrent. So I've got a bucket of water. I'll see if they work in the water. See what they're like. Normal. Oh, you got your marigolds.
I've only got one on.
You just lift it up a bit now. Bloke over there, he says, "You Yorkshireman?" I said, "No, Lanky." He said, "Oh yeah, he's I'm from Leeds."
Be careful. Fits.
Look. Safe. We should get sponsored. The thing is, it's abrasive, but it's not too abrasive.
Bit like you.
Do you think I'm abrasive?
Not too abrasive, just a little bit.
Do you think I'm abrasive?
No, you're not
Do you
abrasive.
think I'm abrasive? And I'm not wearing these sunglasses because I'm a poser. I've got a dry eye. Oh, do you know, I do enjoy cleaning. Oh, it's so rewarding cleaning.
Look at that.
1, 2, 3.
I just dug out the metal bender because potentially I can make a inner forestay fitting for the mast, which not only helps attach the inner forestay but also provides some support for the mast as well. So perhaps I could make a beefy inner forestay bracket for the mast. Unfortunately we don't have a proper profile gauge, so Dad's used a welding rod so that we know the shape of the mast. So just trying to find jobs that I can do while back in the UK. I'll be back in January, mid-January, but if I've got little jobs that we can be getting on with, then it's good. It's a pretty brutalist ship, isn't it?
Like a prison.
Brutal.
It's not very aerodynamic. Right, is this our cabin for the night?
This is our cabin.
Lovely. Got bunk beds.
Yeah, we're with this.
Steerage with this one.
You can't say that, Lee. Are you excited for a bit of bingo? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Hard to bite you.
Yeah. Going hard on the caffeine tonight.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's start to play the bingo tonight. Yeah, bingo! Ooh, really? Number 17, unlucky number. Let me check your bingo board.
What a swizz.
Amazing. You look like complete. So let me check. Alright. Number 8.
Oh, shocking, Dad. Come on. Oh, not bad. Oh, not bad. Oh. Ah, the beautiful English countryside. So beautiful, you just can't get it anywhere else, especially with that level of gloom. It's just very moody and I love it. Super nice to be back. Although we just got back today, so yeah, really looking forward to spending some time with family, recharging, rejuvenating myself for next year. You heard my plans, what I'm going to be getting up to next year. So yeah, it's going to be a big one for sure. And this year has been a huge step forward. But yeah, a lot of thank yous in this video. Firstly, thanks for watching, getting to this point. Thanks for leaving a like and a comment and subscribing. There's a lot of unsubscribed people, so if you are unsubscribed, subscribe. It's completely free. Also, a huge thanks to people that went to my merch shop after the last video. I had quite a few orders, so thank you so much. That's helping me massively, and I like the idea of people wearing something that I drew myself. That's really cool. Yeah, huge thanks to Peter and Rolf for like putting in the hours, and I'm really happy to be helping them as well to promote that autopilot because it's affordable and it's adaptable. And yeah, check out the link in the description to Naughty-Necked to the website, and if it's suitable for your boat, I would highly recommend it. I'm really looking forward to testing it out and seeing how it is on the sea. Yeah, and of course, sorry to leave it to the last, but my coffee givers, PayPalers, patrons and super thankers, yeah, you've been keeping me going this last year, so thank you so much. And yeah, next Friday we're going to do a live, so we're going to do it with Mum and Dad. We're going to have a quiz, a prize giveaways, so wherever you are in the world, we'll send some merch if you get the questions right, sort of thing, and there'll be other little features and stuff that we'll do. I think it's going to be quite fun. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that in 2 weeks time. And yeah, I'm just going to be working on a few things that I can be working on here. We're going to really finally hopefully get to the bottom of that engine and what's been going on with that. My dad's going to check the starter, and yeah, we're going to take our time, get that sorted, nice fittings for the mast and all sorts of bits and bobs, and I'll be back in January. But yeah, I'm going to keep the videos coming every 2 weeks and Patreon updates. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much to everyone who's helped me, and yeah, see you in the live video and in the next episode. Bye bye.